Hello everyone and welcome to Callsign Charlie Models. Time for another inbox review, and today we have another beautiful kit from Hasegawa, and that is the Messerschmitt BF109E in 1/32 scale. So starting off with the top box art, again, absolutely gorgeous box art on the top, taking up pretty much the whole thing, so you can cut this out and put it on your wall and it will be absolutely nicely visual, or nice visual on your wall. Alright, so going off onto the side, not much on one side, and then on the other side we just have one picture of the built model right here, so not much to the box art or to the surrounding box as well. Alright, so we open up the box, we have some decent amount of plastic all in one bag right here, our decals and our instructions, and also it's sounding like we have some loose parts already. So we'll have to see. Now I'm going to get everything set up and off to the side, and then we can start going through the instructions, the decals, and the plastic. So give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright, so starting off with the instructions, black and white, and it's going to be a fold out version like typical Hasegawa instructions. We have a nice little history about the BF109E right here, and then we open it up and we have our kind of instructions on some different techniques on this, and then we have our color callouts, just using standard colors as well. Alright, so starting off with the kit, we're starting with our engine, getting our engine all assembled. It looks like it's going to be fairly pretty simple engine, let's just say that. Not much detail to it, but you're not really going to be able to see it unless you cut off some engine panels and stuff on there. So getting the engine done, getting our guns done, and then getting our cockpit all done. Again, not much detail to this at all, just a few pieces in there, and then your bulkheads and your trim wheel going in. After that's all done, we're getting our engine attached to our firewall with our guns, and then getting our cockpit added in as well. Alright, and then after that we are attaching all of that to our fuel tank. And then we have our instrument panel. Looks like we have to paint those on as well. And then we're getting our fuselage halves together. So for the interior, I'm definitely going to look for some Quinta Studios interior stuff. Alright, then after that we are working on our wings, getting our wings together. We do have a couple of guns to put in there as well, and one piece going in right here as well. And then moving on, working on our landing gear struts and our wheels, and then we're adding in the front piece for our engine cowl, then adding in our landing gear doors and some antenna and our landing gear and our tail wheel. Then it looks like we have our fuel tank and a rack for our bombs as well. Alright, then after that we are adding our fuel tank to it, or the bomb, depending on which one you use. And then we have our pilot figure going in as well, and then our propeller right there. It looks like we do have options between 1, 2, and 3 right here, depending on which variant you use. And then also adding in our top engine cowl, paying close attention to how you attach that in. You're going to have to slide the guns in through the gun ports. Then after that we are adding in our canopy and also our pilot, if you decide to use the pilot in there. And then it looks like we have a decal or color on certain part number A21 right here. And that's it for the build stage. And then for our construction phase or painting phase, we have 3 different callouts here. We have the BF109 from JG 26, France, 25 September of 1940, right there for option number 1. We have our top and bottom profile of the paint scheme as well. Then for option number 2, we have Major Helmut Wick, October 1940 in Belgium. Again, very nice. And then we have one from JG2 Richthofen, flown by Otto Bertram, May 1940 in France. So Again, some nice paint schemes on that. We are going to have that special symbol included, and it is a full symbol on the decal sheet. I'm going to have to cover that up with my thumb while I have it on camera. But again, pretty nice paint schemes on this. Alright, so moving forward on our decals. Decals do look very nice. No real issues for those. We have some nice artwork right down here, as you can see. And then all the other markings, the kill markings right here that will go on the rudder as well going on. And then we have our special symbol right here. Clip. As you can see, not a full visual of it, but again, some nice decals on this. They shouldn't go down, or should go down fairly nicely, and I am not seeing anything wrong with those. Alright, so starting off with our plastic details on here. Let me get the lights turned around so we can see. Alright, so starting off with the wings. Alright, so we have some nice rivet detail on here, as you can see, but it is all raised. Let me get the camera to stop freaking out. Alright, so again, some raised panel lines and rivets on here. The panel lines are very small, and the rivets also very small as well. But again, just going to have to take care of all that and rescribe. We also have a good amount of flash going on the back side of here as well, along the front side also. So this is going to take a lot of cleanup work to do. Alright, and then our top engine cowl, again, raised rivets on there. The gun ports do look pretty good. And I'm hoping that the fit is pretty good. I mean, this kit is pretty old. I haven't looked up on how old it is, but I can guarantee it's over 20 years old. Alright, so in between the sprues, I tried to look it up on ScaleMates, and I could not find it on ScaleMates to find out an exact age for this kit. But I am definitely thinking that it is well over 20 years old, just from the detail that I'm seeing on this kit. So moving along, we have our wheels. Again, we have more flash on the wheels right here, and then on our guns as well. We do have a good amount of flash, and the barrels are not drilled out. Everything else with our engine, fairly generic detail on that. And then the pilot is in 2 halves for the full thing, and the face looks like just a blob on the face. He has no neck. His chin goes straight to his chest. And yeah, so the pilot detail on this is quite horrible to today's standards. Yeah, I wouldn't give that figure to my worst enemy for that. But anyways, the rest of the kit looks okay for that. Our exhaust, again, not drilled out, and actually you see on this one, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a step on the exhaust where the 2 pieces came together for the mold. They didn't come together exactly in line, so there is a good step in between the 2. They're in different levels on each side, which is odd. Alright, and then moving on to our next sprue, we have our instrument panel right here. Some fairly decent detail on that with the dials, and then we have some paint or molded in dial detail inside of that. Then our fuselage, again, all raised panel lines and rivets on that. Definitely going to take some work to get that all done. And then this cross hatch on the rudder to give that fabric feel, but it really doesn't give a fabric feel at all, in my opinion. So there's all that, and then the fuel tanks, again, the lines in between of here seem to be really overly thick on that. And then the seat, we have some, I mean, basic molded in detail for our seat belts. Again, gonna look into some aftermarket stuff for that, or I'm just gonna get the Qatari models BF109, which is gonna be a cajillion times better than this kit. Alright, so our last sprue, and it's our clear clear sprues, and the clear parts look okay. Honestly, they do look a little bit cloudy in person. And then the ridge detail on it is kind of faint. Like if you're gonna make a mask off this, that's gonna be a lot of fun trying to trace that. But again, just okay on the detail. Kind of frosty or cloudy on the clear parts. Not crystal clear as some of the newer molds are. Alright, so that's it for the Hasegawa 132nd BF109E. Excuse me. And the kit is old. I can tell it's old because of the detail on it, the raised panel lines, the rivets, the engine, the figure, all the detail on it all looks very old. I'm going to try some more. When I'm uploading this video, I'm going to research some more and see if I can actually find it on ScaleMates. I just did a quick search earlier to see if I could find it, and I wasn't able to, but we will have to see. Now, this kit, especially with Qatari coming out with their BF109, this kit is probably just gonna go on the shelf and may never be built. It might go into a raffle or something like that, because I think with the quality of kits that are out there right now, with Qatari, and I'm sure there's some other ones that are better quality than this. So I'm sure it goes together pretty nice, but it's going to take a lot more work than what it's worth, in my opinion, to get this up to at least my standard. So that's all I have to say about this kit. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys, if you were on the fence about getting this kit, hope this answered your questions. And then other than that, that's all I got to say. Other than don't forget to like and subscribe, comment down below. And until next time, have a great day, stay frosty, and happy modeling.